Did you know that it was against the law for a farmer to sell directly to a customer until 1978? That means there were no farmers markets. There were, except for on their own property. They could sell on their own property. And there's lots of different people were invested in lots of different ways to change that, but they were not successful.
This is Harry Brown Hegel, and he was part of the original campaign to legalize farmers markets in California in 1978. Farmers markets have come a long way since then. The original goal of the farmers markets was to sell produce in the inner city. Farmers markets were not legal because of packing and shipping regulations that would not allow direct sales from farmer to consumer. It took an executive order by the California governor, Jerry Brown, in 1978 to legalize the markets. Now, 40 years later, Harry is managing the Adams in Vermont Farmers Market. In recent years, there has been a perception that farmers markets are only accessible to people with a lot of money. Oregon Farmers Markets even conducted a survey which discovered there is an impression that farmers markets are expensive indulgences for rich people. I talked to Harry about why these markets have gained a reputation for only being accessible to people with high income.
When organic started to happen, that was true. Organic is pricier, and so only people that had the money to pay that higher price did the shopping. So they went to West LA and Santa Monica. Although none of those communities could sustain a organic-only farmers market. So you had to mix organic and conventional because there are enough rich people who actually buy food that go to the farmers markets. So anyway, so it's evening out. I think as organic grows, it's becoming not quite as expensive because they're learning things too. I think conventional growers are doing a better job of keeping their prices low, just so that they can maintain the markets.
Food assistance programs have teamed up with farmers markets to provide more produce to people in need. A program that has seen success with this mission is Market Match. I met up with Frank Tamborello to learn more about Market Match. He is the executive director of Hunger Action Los Angeles, which facilitates Market Match.
Market Match is a program that provides low-income people with bonus dollar coupons to spend at the farmers market. And at most of them, people can get up to 10 extra dollars, providing they spend 10 of their own dollars. So it's a matching program. That's where the match comes in. And what we're matching is people's benefits, such as the CalFresh program. At times, we are also able to serve WIC recipients and to double the amount that they're able to get. And these coupons are for fresh fruits and vegetables as an incentive to the purchase. So Market Match is built on studies that were already done ahead of time that showed that, hey, if you give people the money to do it, they can actually change their diets. In LA County, Adams in Vermont Farmers Market is the largest Market Match program. We're seeing about 150 to 175 customers each week. So we're distributing about somewhere between $1,000 and $1,500 of bonus incentives here at the market that people are spending, and it's supporting, I think we have 7 or 8 small farms here.
The market customers who use Market Match have been thankful for the assistance. However, they believe more changes can be made to farmers markets. Customers were a bit shy to talk on camera, but they have voiced their opinions and suggestions for improvement to the Market Match employees.
Some of the seniors come up to us and tell us things like, thank you for this program. The doctor told me I need to eat more fruits and vegetables. So people are trying to change their diet, but they're having a hard time locating the kinds of food that they need, and they're having a really hard time affording it.
Market Match is great, but overall I feel that SSI recipients, especially older adults, are a very forgotten population. I think a lot of times in research they focus on women and children, but not so much on older adults, and I feel like they need the most help. Working so long and then relying on Social Security income, and then they need the most assistance with everything. They have access. So it's just getting to them fresh fruits, not just because they're already at the end of the age scale means we should forget them. I've got a lot of people that I interviewed in bigger markets. They're not that comfortable with walking through the markets just because there's so many people there. And if they're older, they tend to walk a little bit slower, canes, wheelchairs. So they like smaller markets. So it depends the population, what community you're trying to target. And then it's just spreading the word on farmers markets, I guess, and taking that stigma away of that it only meant for one type of person that could afford it, when you go to different locations and they each cater to the type of location and people.
In order for market goers to have better experiences, farmers markets have conducted studies to discover ways to improve their services. So I met up with Max Dunsker, a UCLA student who interned at the Santa Monica Farmers Market. He did a research project about which supplemental voucher program design most effectively increases consumption of fruits and vegetables in low-income neighborhoods of Santa Monica.
So I applied to the Santa Monica Farmers Market as a data analytics intern, and in my application, I pretty much exclusively talked about the fact that I think that farmers markets are too inequitable, and the fact that they don't provide enough access to low-income residents of the areas. And so I was offered this special projects internship where I was given free rein to come up with my own research study to figure out something that would help the farmers market and to help the Santa Monica community. So I discovered that though the Market Match program is doing a lot for these residents in buoying their ability to buy fresh fruits and vegetables, the additional $10 each week isn't nearly enough. It takes about $14 extra per week of Market Match to really buoy a family for above 5 fruits and vegetables a day. And so, working with the Santa Monica Farmers Market, we realized that there are holes in our programs and ways to improve.
If you're still wondering if farmers markets are still more expensive than grocery stores, there's not really a definitive answer. Another Santa Monica Farmers Market intern, Emma Finn, conducted a project called the Price Comparison Project. It explored the question, do people avoid farmers markets because it's too expensive? Jody told me more about the study.
Also last year, we started working with an intern, and one of the main projects that we wanted her to focus on was to answer the question that we're so often faced with. A lot of customers say, we don't shop at the farmer's market because we think it's not price competitive. And we started thinking, is that true? And so we narrowed the scope down because it can be very broad, right? There's 125 different farmers markets throughout Los Angeles County. What we chose to do was pick the Wednesday farmers market in Santa Monica. We chose 16 commodities. We took all of the prices of those particular commodities, transferred the price to weight because some of them are sold in bunches or baskets, and then we took the same 16 commodities from 3 different local grocery stores. The Santa Monica Co-op, one of the local big box stores, and a discount big box store. And what we found is that really, it depends. So it's not a straight black and white answer of like, yes, the farmer's market is more expensive, or yes, the grocery store is more expensive. It depends on when the product is in season. It depends on which grocery store you're going to, obviously. And one of the things we would like to research in the future is, do farmers change their prices when they're attending different markets, even in the local region? And so that's kind of the next step. So the answer is, it depends. Come and talk to your farmers. We did find that the more you develop a relationship with farms, that the more they're likely to also kind of throw something exciting into your bag or your basket along with the thing that you're actually purchasing.
With the collaboration of assistance programs and the use of research projects, farmers markets are trying to diminish the belief that they are not accessible to everyone. Since there is no real answer if farmers markets are cheaper, go out and explore both farmers markets and grocery stores to see what best suits your needs.